My brother-in-law, Jason, has never respected my wife, not once in the 7 years we've been together. From the beginning, he treated her like she was temporary, like she'd eventually fade out of my life if he just waited long enough. He never said it outright, but it was always there in the way he spoke to her, or more accurately, around her. At family dinners, he'd forget to include her in conversations. At holidays, he'd introduce her as my brother's girlfriend, even after we'd been married for 2 years. My parents always brushed it off. That's just Jason, they'd say. He doesn't mean anything by it. But intent doesn't really matter when the result is the same. Last Friday, he invited us to meet his fiancée, Chloe, at this upscale rooftop restaurant downtown. Said it was important to him that everyone gets along. Then he insisted we all ride together. That should have been my first red flag. The second my wife got in the back seat, Jason started. He glanced at her through the mirror. Hope you dressed up a little. This place isn't exactly casual. She was wearing a simple black dress. Elegant, classy, perfectly appropriate. She smiled politely. I think I'm okay. Jason smirked. Yeah, I guess. 5 minutes later, he asked about her job. My wife teaches elementary school. She loves it. She's incredible at it. Jason, he works in finance and thinks that makes him royalty. So you're still doing the teaching thing? He asked. That must be rewarding in a non-financial way. She nodded, still calm. It is. I bet, he said. Chloe's a corporate lawyer. Whole different world. I felt my jaw tighten. My wife just looked out the window. 10 minutes later, he showed us a picture of Chloe. Designer outfit, perfect makeup, the kind of polished look you see in magazines. Jason grinned. Finally found someone who matches my lifestyle. Then he added, casually. Not everyone can keep up, but that's okay. He didn't even look at her when he said it. He didn't need to. By the time we pulled into the parking lot, I was already done. But my wife, she squeezed my hand like she always does, grounding me. Inside, Chloe was actually nice. Warm smile, genuine handshake. She hugged my wife like she meant it. For a second, I thought maybe the night would turn around. It didn't. Jason introduced us to the table. This is my brother, he said. Then, gesturing lazily, and his wife. She's a teacher. Not her name, not anything else. Just a label. Throughout dinner, it kept going. He joked about her salary. Made comments about simple careers. Even laughed when she asked the waiter a question about the menu. Don't worry, he said loudly, we've got this one. That was it for me. But before I could speak,